This is like kind of first trial run on this, trying to do it this way besides when I had like a really short video earlier. Kind of uncomfortable this way because I'm trying to hold this and like be able to do it. It's actually kind of, well, it's not necessarily easier, but it's different. So I'm debating whether to do it on my phone or to try doing somehow if I can prop it up the iPad and maybe doing the video on it. I'm not sure which one will work better. So anyways, I've been having kind of things kind of come and go, and continue with my reading of scripture and praying and going to church and doing the Bible study and listening to different ones on YouTube, and trying to learn about some of the other things that maybe I don't have the completeness on everything yet, and basically asking God, okay, well, what do you want me to do? Where do you want me to look? I mean, is there a certain thing that you want me to say or do, or maybe because I've covered most of the dreams and the visions and stuff already, but I haven't gotten every little thing. I think I have a couple more still to do, and some that I'm trying to recall from the past that I know I wrote them down, but I don't know, maybe in some of the moving that I did years ago and the things that happened since when I had them, maybe I've lost them or something, or they got destroyed, or I'm not sure what happened to them. So I'm trying to remember most of what was in them so that I can share them. And some of it's come back to me, but not every little detail, I don't think. So what I can do probably is the things that I can remember, I've asked that it be brought back to remembrance, and most of it I can recall, but I don't know, it just seems like there's some details maybe that are not all completely there. I'm not sure in my remembrance. So I still need to find out for sure if I'm going to do this or not. And so I was looking and asking, where did he want me to go? Because I'd been reading in the book of Acts for like a month now. And honestly, I've been stalled and waylaid a lot, honestly. Every time I get trying to do and give some recording of something like just now, I have somebody walk in, interrupt, or make some kind of loud noise or something that it kind of messes up the video, so I can't finish the video, or I need to redo it or something again. But anyways, I was led to 2 different chapters in Luke yesterday after prayer. This was what was put upon me, and one was chapter 14 in Luke, and the other one was chapter 15. Well, I've already done what I feel that needs to be said, and what, an explanation and things like that. See, I'm kind of new to this, so I don't know, exactly all how to do. I'm just going by what seems like I need to do and what need to be said and how to explain it. I'm just going to start probably with reading the chapter. And I read out of King James Bible. I do have different versions too, not just the King James, but the King James is the one I mostly do. It's a study and everything. But if there's something, somebody's maybe doing a study and the pastor does mostly in King James Bible, but his wife does in the NIV. And so when she does the Bible study, a lot of times she gives you the reading and everything out of the NIV. I don't personally like the NIV as much, but I can understand it, and I still follow along. It's not exactly what she's saying, in the NIV, but it's very similar, and so I still follow along, and I can pretty much see where she's at. And she's been real good about it, and she's real good at explaining everything and why this and what it pertains to, and who it was talking about, and if it was Israel, or if it was a certain certain subject matter, or about disobedience, or whatever it is. And she's been mostly going lately in the Bible study in the Minor Prophets, and she is in where is it? Zephaniah. That's what she was doing last night. I've had lots of things happening that was preventing me to go to Bible study for a while, and we just started to finally get back. But I knew, because others in my household were able to go, but I wasn't able to go. So I knew about where they were at. Plus, then I hear on Sunday also when she is talking about it and what we were in, if I don't hear it before that. And then I go ahead and study in it anyways. And if I'm not able to do that, not able to make it to Sunday service, or I'm not able to do the Bible study, then I will listen to the different ones that I listen to. Just some of them, like Pastor Tim Henderson, I'll listen to Chelsea Bedell, Rhonda Empson, Barry Scarborough, Amanda Grace, Lily Girl, Greg Jackson, Watchman on the Wall 88. That's just some of them. There's quite a few other ones. Watchman for the King, I'll listen to him. And then, of course, Robert Breaker and Dr. Gene Kim, and I can't remember the other guy. Something Thompson, and Paul Bagley. There's a lot of them, actually, different ones. It just depends on what they're talking about. I do like to keep abreast of the signs and the prophecies and updates to what is occurring in the world, and then also the studies also. And so in so it's not just sermons and everything. I've got many of them on my channel that I've saved and stuff, and of course not every single one I've listened to completely thoroughly, but I made lots of notes on a lot of them, and rereading over it and praying about it and seeing if there's anything else added to whenever I'm reading in it that I'm getting also more revelation or something coming to it. So these are the things that were put on my mind, and to go into to reread again, actually, because I had already read those chapters and those books, but I was impressed to read it again. And well, first of all, in Luke 14, it's talking about a great supper, which is a parable. And then the Luke 15, I believe, is about a lost sheep, a lost coin, and a lost son, which I think is another parable, actually. Yeah, it's another parable too. I had read them before, but I don't know, it just seemed like they were more, I know it sounds strange, but like more alive now, and more, I don't know what you would say. It just, I don't know, it's almost like stuff leaps off the page sometimes at you when you read it. I don't know, maybe it's just something that you need at that particular time. I'm not sure. I don't understand why. I don't understand the mystery of all of it. But I know that I had a few aha moments when stuff comes to you when you read the word and you're like, oh wow, that's what that means, or oh wow, I never saw that way before. And I don't care how many times you read it, it can happen to anybody. Or I would say it would happen to anybody. I don't know, maybe it doesn't really happen to everybody, but I would think it would, if you're reading and asking God to show you wisdom and knowledge in His Word, and reveal things to you. And I don't know. Whenever I read stuff, I like to absorb pretty much everything that I can get out of it. I've always been that way, and most of the time I can picture most everything that I'm reading. It's like, I don't know if anybody understands really this, or if they've ever had it happen to them, but if I'm reading a regular book, a regular novel or something, I can read it and I'm literally seeing what is on the page, what I'm reading. I can see that like it's kind of a movie in my head. And the Bible too. It can happen with it too. So, and I know that sounds probably strange to most people, but I really see it as a gift. I really do. So that it makes things more vibrant and real to me. That it helps me to understand. And maybe that's why. Maybe that's why I have that. Maybe that's why that comes to me that way. And I truly do think it's a gift. And I'm grateful for it. I've had it all my life. My mom kind of is the same way too, actually. So maybe it's just something that we have. I'm not sure. Anyways, that's kind of where I was shown. I'm going to go out of this as a test one, and I'll probably upload these. The one about the what me and my son had heard, and this one here, and then figure out exactly how I'm going to do the other one, and make sure I have quiet time and I don't get disturbed, so that I can do the video for the actual chapter. So I'm thinking go ahead and read the chapter. Go ahead and read it itself, plus then what came as I was going over the chapter and reviewing it, and what I don't know if anybody else is a writer. When you're you get kind of like an idea of what to do a story about or write about or something like that. It's like words come into your head and what things you need to say, even maybe writing a speech or anything like that and everything. And that's what kind of happens to me after I read something. If there's something that to make particular notes about, or to maybe write it in a way that it's easier for me to remember it, or what the what's pertained in the lesson itself. It's just for notes for me and everything, and also explanation of what I actually got out of the chapter, and see the questions that were raised, and some of the things and how they might parallel with something else. So I gotta see exactly how to do this, because I never really was a really great speech maker. So this is another reason why I don't really like going on video. I'm more of a person that I don't mind talking in the background of something and that, or but I don't like getting in front of a lot of people and speaking and things like that. I never was really good at it. And I really didn't like whenever you had to do a project in class when I was in college, and you had to get up there and do a PowerPoint, and you had to say about your notes and do a little bullet points and everything up on the screen. And they said, my class anyways, said that I was very good at it, but I was like, you guys just don't know, I'm up there shaking and everything as I'm doing this because I am so nervous. I am so nervous when I'm up there talking. And I don't know, it's yeah, I don't like public speaking, and I don't really like taking pictures and things like that. I never really did that much. I like taking pictures, of my kids and my family and my animals and things like that and everything, but I was always the one usually behind the camera, I was more comfortable at that, and writing and things like that, but yeah, I was never one to really get in front of the camera. So yeah, I don't think I would work out very good if I ended up trying to be a social speaker or anything. I don't think it would work out too well for me. It's just not me. For some reason, it doesn't appeal to me. It actually kind of freaks me out a little bit because I don't really like it. So anyways, that's a short little thing of what I kind of got, and just jabbering and chatting at you, and kind of a little test run here of my video, which I'm a little self-conscious about already, but saying hi to everybody, so you actually see who I am now, and we'll see how that goes. Okay, so God bless everybody, and I'm glad to meet you. And if you want to say hi or anything, leave some comment down below, and I'll try to get back to you if I don't know. Honestly, I don't even think I'm getting all my notices, to tell you the truth. But if I see it and notice it and everything, I'm pretty good about answering pretty quick if I see the notice. So I probably will maybe, considering maybe putting my email in there too. I have tons and tons of email, so it might take me a little bit to get to everybody, but because I get magazine stuff in there and articles, and everything kind of gets lost amongst it, but I try to check it regularly. But yeah, I don't know, does anybody else have this problem with where you're getting an email and you subscribe to something and then you unsubscribe from it, but it seems like you end up getting more from them than less, or them stopping? It seems like I should get more now. I don't know, it doesn't even make sense to me. But anyways, I'll get this together, see what my mom, when she came to the door, what she wanted really, and maybe I can get back to doing this discussion on Luke chapter 14, and once I get it finished for Luke chapter 15, it'll probably be the next one after that. So hi everyone, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay, God bless.